Hello, hello, hello. Today is Saturday, the 8th of July, and everything is good. Everything is good. Something I haven't done in a while. I haven't done a reading, so I'm, going to do a reading today. And, it's just basically about the energies that are happening in the ether. And, it's just that some of these energies will directly apply to you and me and and some of them won't, depending on how things are transpiring and how things are balanced. So let's get started with what's happening here. And actually, you see the first card that is whoa, first card I got is it's actually the seven of air. Now I'm reading this from the Orisha Tarot deck, which is a deck that I love, because it gets so deep and esoteric or whatever you want to call it. And if you can see that, there's like there's kind of a desolate landscape. There's a tree without leaves, and on one of the branches, a bird's nest from which 7 hungry young heads are sticking out. If you can see. And we seem to hear them chirping, which reminds us of sad moaning, calling for some form of love or the possibility of being rescued and restored. This card is basically dealing with the possibility of being abandoned. It's about lack of resources, loss of objects or people. The absence of guidelines may bring about moments of desperation, confusion, or fertile efforts asking for relief or help. So ask and you will receive, whatnot. And we're talking about like 7 hungry head sticking out, ready for something to eat, and so hey, even though things may be a little desolate or the absence of things and whatnot, hey, you can still reap your the seeds that you have sown, especially if you've sown some good seeds, So basically, again, we're talking about the seven of air, from the Orisha Tarot deck, and another card that I did pull, it's upside down, is dealing with the air element, which is Gemini, which is a mutable sign, Libra, cardinal sign, and Aquarius, which is a fixed sign. And oxygenating feature of the air and its glorifying essence. We take into account the dates governing the 3 signs under this element, its characteristics: intelligence, expansion, being lyrical. We're talking about communication and a situation of association and brotherhood. So coming together on the same note. Come together on the same vibe. Being able to vibe together. We're talking about frequencies that vibrate. At the same rate. So I'm gonna keep going because I don't know how much time I got on my camera or whatever, and on my phone. Now, our next card is the 3 of fire, which is three torches in the night. They form an equilateral triangle and illuminate a sack full of glittering gold ingots. You know, yeah, and it is if they were escorting the wealth of these ingots, which shine not only because of their own nature, but also because of the light of the three torches. You know, this is about income, it's about money. You know, obtained through a result of cooperation and great effort, power, nobility, and fortune. Influential people will cooperate or associate with you. Freedom, autonomy in any undertaking. For the torches represent the power of your free will and the strength of your spirit. You know, so hey, you know, this is about money and about the knowing that, you know, it's going to be all right. You know, and as long as you sow those good seeds, and you know, it's going to come back to you. You know, I mean, you know, it's coming. You know, so don't even worry about it. You know, my next card is Two of Fire. You know, so we dealing with fire and air. You know, fire and air. Wow. You know, this is. A lion and a lioness are guarding the interests of this temple, as you can see. The lioness is on the left side, representing feelings, and the lion is on the right, relating to the actions or deeds. Behind them is a temple belonging to no particular religion, but devoted to true thinking of freedom to act in the world of reason. In many parts of the world, particularly in the East, it is usual to see animals guarding the entrance to a village, a house, a city, or a temple. And they create an energy field like any photoelectric cell. You know, so this is about the need to join forces for mutual understanding and protection, companionship, coming together. Again, we talk about coming together on that frequency. Companionship in a new enterprise, a job, joining feelings compared to our deeds, expressing a logical, equivalent, and rational attitude. If you put these principles in place, your dominion and your achievement will increase. Guaranteed. Whoever crosses the interest may also cross different frontiers. You know, so, and the door is green. How about that? You know, so, you know, it says that that's what that card represents. And we gotta keep going. We're gonna keep going. You know, and you know, next card I have is Iku. Iku. You know, Iku. And a skeleton covered by the hooded black cloak down to his feet, as you can see. And he's surrounded by nothing, an image of no space, no time. She is timeless. She doesn't seem to be affected by hours, minutes, or days. Nevertheless, she exists, but she does not consider where to place her bones. It could be in a castle, in a house, in a hospital, an institution, or a shack. She's holding a sickle in one of her hands, a sharp cutting instrument which cuts off situations or things, bringing them to an end. She arrives without regard to age, sex, color, social standing, role in society, or financial position. The ancient Africans believe that the soul of a deceased person had to cross a river a belief similar to that of the ancient Romans and the Greeks, who thought that their deceased traveled over the river Styx before reaching the last stage corresponding to his behavior in this world. The spirit is deceased of the deceased remain attached to his body. And similar concepts are showed by many spiritualists. 1 second, please, and, check my phone, sometimes, okay, we're good. There's a lot of information about Iku, and but I'm going to, this represents the end of something, change or transformation, metamorphosis, sign of disease, peak or something, transforming into another thing, renewal, danger or crisis, death of a thing, thought, situation, feeling, condition, state, all of that, so I could do a whole thing on Iku by herself. This is basically not anything necessarily negative. Just be about transformation and changing and cutting off something that's not in a sense working for you. And but we're gonna keep going because, like I said, I don't know how much time I have on this camera. And this card is the couple, a man and a woman living in the romance to the fullest, which is clearly reflected in their posture. There's a conjunction of feelings, rhythm, and harmony, as if they're dancing a magical dance to the beat of their hearts, a thing of beauty surrounded by the landscapes, inviting them to romance. The woman is to the left, representing the yin nature and position, which is sensitive and central. There's a balance between the sensory and extrasensory, between physical and material, things and ethereal or spiritual matters. As the left is the location of the heart and the emotions or feelings and, the heart chakra. This zone is controlled by the right lobe of the human brain. The man is on the right, representing the yang, the nature position, which is transmitting rational, masculine, strong, impulsive. There's a balance between the sense of protection and duty. This is controlled by the left lobe of the human brain. A sense of belonging to each other. He is embracing her, stepping on her shadow, making his territory, marking his territory, and at the same time supporting her in his father-like manner. She clings to his leg as if to follow the huge steps and go where her partner leads her, recognizing the viral power transmitted by his male figure. Nature is at their service. A transparent sky and sea, a beautiful beach, a coconut palm offering them shadow, shelter, and food. And this is about a happy couple, complete in itself. Each one belongs to the other. Companionship, a future of happiness and pleasure. This card represents falling in love, idealization, and the feeling, peaceful and harmonic times, harmony, parties, and collaborations with those closest to your heart. So, basically, Just I kind of like went through those pretty fast or whatever, but it's just I will be doing readings on like particular cards that I pull or whatever, because there's levels and layers and everything. It's just that like one thing is not just specific. It's just one thing relates to another thing. So until next time, I want to thank you for listening to me, and I will. This is Ken Obasi Leslie, and I just did a reading for the energies of Saturday, July the 8th. And until then, Odabo.